Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today is a day that I have been looking forward to for 2 years. I'm so unbelievably excited. Let me explain. My mum has quite a significant milestone birthday coming up, and about 2 years ago we sort of thought we really should mark the occasion. It is a really big birthday. It's a very special birthday. And so we started to plan a trip. And today is the day we are heading off on this absolutely epic holiday. So Mum and I are going. It's going to be a bit of a girls' trip for Mum's birthday. We are heading to Europe. We're going to be going through Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. There may also be some day trips into France and things like that, but this trip is going to be truly spectacular. I'm so unbelievably excited. I've been looking forward to this for such a long time. I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling a little bit sick, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not the best flyer, but it's just going to be incredible. We have so many amazing things planned. I'm not going to go through all of them with you. I think I'm so excited, but I'm also really delighted that I'm going to bring you along with us. So Mum's super happy to have you all come along on our trip with us. And we're just going to share all of our adventures, the laughs, the delicious food, all the amazing, spectacular things that we get up to. There's going to be Christmas markets, there's going to be fairytale castles, there's going to be medieval villages, there is a Grand Dame 5-star luxury hotel that I am just looking forward to so much. This trip is going to be truly magical. We are going for a few weeks over to Europe. So the next probably few vlogs are going to be this trip. So I would highly recommend that you subscribe so that you can join us. And it's going to be absolutely magical. We've got so many incredible things planned. We're packed and good to go. The car's going to be here shortly to pick us up, and then we're going to head to the airport. I'm just appreciating this view because I will not be seeing it for a few weeks. And then, yeah, we're going to head to the airport. We're flying into Munich in Germany. The flight time is like 25 hours. So, please wish us luck. It is a very, very long flight, and I didn't sleep the best last night. You know, when you know you're going off on a trip or that something really exciting is happening the next day, it's so hard to sort of sleep and get settled. But yes, I didn't have the best night's sleep, but that's okay. We are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to get going. Both of us are so unbelievably excited. I know I've said excited 5,000 times, but we really are. As I said, we've been planning this trip for 2 years. It is going to be epic. I'm so delighted that I'm able to bring you along on this trip. I hope you really enjoy seeing everything that we get up to. I'm going to try and film as much as I possibly can for you all so that you can kind of join us on that. But also for Mum and I, we really want to be able to watch this back, you know, in years to come, and all of those incredible memories. But without further ado, I'm just going to start pulling together the last little bits and pieces. Our car's going to be here, and then we're going to head to the airport. So I might talk to you again once we get to the airport. So Mum has got the tuna, green bean and quail egg appetizer. I'm not going to have an appetizer, I'm just going to stick with the main. It looks incredible. And And for my main for lunch, I got the braised lamb with some potatoes and some vegetables. And I'm guessing that is the sauce. It looks absolutely delicious. We have just arrived at Singapore Airport in Terminal 2. Such an incredible airport. We're just transitioning from Terminal 2 to Terminal 3. So we're just doing the big walk around the airport to stretch our legs before the next big flight. Set up on our second Singapore flight. Mum has her entree. I don't know what that is. Well, a right and proper welcome to Munich, Germany. I thought I would just very quickly show you the hotel room before I have my way with it and spread all of my stuff everywhere. We are staying at the Marriott in Munich. I think it's on the one that's on Berliner Straße. But so Mum and I have our own rooms. So this is my room and Mum is actually next door through this interconnecting door here, which they're going to come and unlock for us. But this is the room. It is very nice. Very simple, but just brilliant for our stay. Bathroom, very standard, just classic. Oh my goodness, look at all that bench space. That's brilliant. That will all be put to good use. So we flew, as you all know. I've shown you a few bits and pieces of us on the plane. The flight was actually quite good. Both flights went really well. Singapore Airport was great. And that last flight was the really long, that's just our view there. That last flight was I think it was about 13 hours. And so we just sort of slept a lot on that flight, which was great. Passed the time very quickly. So it was a very straightforward, seamless flight, no issues or anything like that. I did get a bit of sleep, which was great. I am still super tired, so we won't be doing too much today. We arrived at the hotel at about 8 a.m. So our room wasn't ready yet. So what we actually did was just paid for the buffet breakfast, and we just had a really slow buffet breakfast here at the Marriott. And then once we sort of had breakfast and had a few cups of tea and that, our room actually is ready, obviously, and we've just popped up to the room now. We're just going to sort of freshen up a little bit and then unpack a bit of things from sort of the backpack and bits and pieces, and then we're just going to go out and kind of explore the immediate vicinity. As I said, we're both really exhausted, so we don't want to push it today. We just want to do a little bit of a walk around. It's a beautiful sunny day, get a little bit of sun, a little bit of fresh air, just have a little look around and see what's in this area, and then we'll probably come back, have like a really early dinner, early showers, and then just call it a night so that tomorrow we can sort of start bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in the morning. So yeah, I'm just going to freshen up quickly now and then sort of get myself sorted, get my bag and backpack all sorted, and then I'm going to meet Mum and we're going to head back downstairs to explore a little bit. So I will talk to you soon. Absolutely. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I closed it all off.
Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous day here. We're just walking down one of these little back streets because we're looking for sort of a supermarket of sorts just to pick up a few essentials. So hopefully we will stumble across it. But say hello, Mum. Mum hasn't had a proper hello.
Hello, how's everybody?
As I said earlier in this video, it is Mum's birthday trip. So this is sort of day one of the trip. We're both very, very tired, so this is going to be a very quick exploring. But yeah, hopefully the supermarket is not too far. But yes, absolutely gorgeous here. Very clean, and these blue skies. Goodness me. I don't know what area this is in Munich. I know we're not in city centre. What is the time? It is 11:15 in the morning. It's cold, but it's not, you know, Arctic cold. Good morning. It is Monday now. I didn't film anything yesterday. On Sundays in Germany, everything is closed. So we pretty much just had a really relaxed day here at the hotel and basically kind of just recouped from all of the travel. But this morning, as you can see here, we are off on it, sort of our first little adventure. We are going on a day trip going on a day trip on the romantic road, and we're stopping in a few little towns along the way. But it's sort of the main one we're going to is Rothenburg, which is a medieval village. So I'll explain more sort of when we get there, but we're just going to grab all of our sort of backpack. I've got all of my coat and scarves and everything ready to go. We're going to head down, we're going to have some breakfast, and then we're going to go to meet the day trip. I'll speak to you soon. So we have just had a little pit stop at Harburg Castle, which is a medieval fortified castle here in Germany. So we're just going to head through the castle and have a little bit of a tour before we continue on to Rothenburg.
And in the year 2010 to 2015, we last renovated this ballroom. During the latest renovation, we reinstalled the original floorboards, so these floorboards themselves are multiple centuries old now. This ballroom was inspired by the Greek mythology, as well as it has a lot to do with the topic of war. My right, you can see a statue of Mars, god of war. To the left, you can see the god Hector. By the entrance, as well as by the window, you can see the eagle holding a peace twig, looking for his pack, and on the other side, the war eagle, you can see Mars. On the ceiling, you can see various paintings. To the right, you can see a painting of Hermes, known for his speed, and to the left, you can see Athena, known for her wisdom. It is said if you have the speed of Hermes and the wisdom of Athena, you can win any war. That's why there's a secret there to follow the topic of war. The biggest painting has its own story. The woman is the Andromeda. She was kidnapped by a sea monster and was later saved by Perseus on the flying horse Pegasus with the head of Medusa. So Perseus stonified the sea monster and was able to save the Andromeda. All the way around the throne, we could also find relief paintings, is what they're called. They're actually not paintings, they're more like statues. And they were statues of fantasy cities. specific, I mean that these cities don't actually exist. They were imagined by the artists back then. For the relief paintings, as well as the paintings on the ceiling, the noble family paid a lot, so they treated themselves as ballroom. As we can see, not see, but feel, as we can feel in this ballroom, it's quite warm. This ballroom was built with a lot of insulation. What that means is that even in winter, we usually never have to heat this ballroom. That's why the fireplaces look so pristine, so clean.
We're just heading back to the bus now. Our favourite room was definitely the ballroom. That was absolutely stunning. You would have seen, I took some beautiful footage of that. But yes, heading back to the bus now, and then we're going to go to Rothenburg for a few hours, have some lunch, have a look at the Christmas markets before heading back to Munich this evening. So I will speak to you again once we get to Rothenburg. So we have arrived in Rothenburg. Just going to go and get some lunch now. So cute. Look at how cute Rothenburg is. Oh, the streets are gorgeous. Look at all these buildings. Look at the beautiful flowers for Christmas. After lunch, we will definitely be coming back through and shopping and looking in all these just absolutely adorable stores. Ooh, the art gallery looks good. Look at how cute. We still haven't had lunch yet. We're just taking in. It's so cute. Definitely recommend, if you're ever in Bavaria, Germany, Rothenburg, place to come. Cannot wait to look in these stores. Look at the Christmas decorations. And so I think they were sort of saying to us that this village is about 500 years old, this city. Not a village, it is an actual city. And it has survived the 2 world wars. So some of the buildings are very, very old indeed. Oh, this is the main square here. And the Christmas markets are all starting here.
Open up in 2 minutes. So chili and not making the toast. It's really like toast.
There's your cookies, Mum. Your gingerbread. Yeah. Mum has her eye on these gingerbread. If you can, these gingerbread cookies. But we might get them somewhere where we don't have to travel so far home. Maybe we'll get them on Wednesday in Munich when we go to the Christmas markets. Oh, something smells good.
noch nicht eingriffen.
Wines. Oh, I can smell like donuts or something. Ooh, they're pretty. Yeah. How pretty are they? I think they're gorgeous. It would look so nice in the tree, like one of those chain ones. All the nutcrackers. Look at all the nutcrackers, Mum. That's that store. Oh, some absolutely gorgeous pieces.
Right, you pay for it. Yeah. That's a bird.
No? Look at all the cute little buildings. Look at all the snow globes. Wow. Oh, look at that one with the train at the bottom. Oh, wow. And Santa at the top. That's so beautiful. I know, look at this one. I don't know, but it's really pretty. All the nutcrackers. Look at how gorgeous these streets are. Oh, it's just, look at the Christmas decorations. Absolutely beautiful. Oh. I don't know. We can go down there. So this is the famous Christmas store. There is a few of them here. Look at the little car at the front. It's so cute. Aww. So we're just gonna head in here and have a little, oh gosh, I can see it already. Oh my, oh gosh, it's warm in here. Oh wow, it's like a full like, oh, is this like the Christmas Wonderland thing? How funny. This must be like the sort of Christmas like history sort of market thing. Yeah, like the museum you can see up there. Did we want to go up to the museum or you want to just look? Oh wow. It's like my Christmas mug at home. That is the same. Yeah, that's the same. I've got a different design on it, but that's the same brand that of my Christmas mug at home. Beautiful. Ooh, I like the little gingerbread house. Oh wow, look at that. It's like a music box, that tree. Mum, what you doing? He blows smoke. You put, Mum likes this thing, you put like a little incense into the bottom and he blows, because he's like got like a little pipe and he blows smoke out the top. That's very cute to take in. Oh wow, look at that snow globe. Look at the tree. And like the train, can you see the train at the bottom there? That's very cute. It's also very expensive. This is just incredible. Mum and I have just spotted these. If the camera, there we go. Look at these. They're like a mother of pearl. And then it's got like the painted on it. Absolutely gorgeous. Stunning. All the different ones. Ooh, we're both very tempted by these. They are €16.95, 16 euro. They are very nice. I don't know, we will think about those. They have our decorations. You'll know I've got this one in a silver tone on our tree. I'm very tempted by the carousel. Gorgeous. Or like these ones with like the enamel on them as well. That's very pretty.
Did you get one of them for the girls?
Mum has just spotted this Christmas tree topper. 20 euro. How different is that with all the little bells on the side? It's very different. Look at this one. Isn't that stunning? Mum and I are both very tempted by this. That would look gorgeous on the tree. Oh. What to do, so many beautiful things. Don't break it. No.
That's beautiful.
We've got all the cute little gardening themes. Look at this guy with the tomatoes. That's so cute. It's like a little village that you can kind of... Mum and I have just found a little sort of cafe bar area and we've just stopped for a drink. And this is our view. How gorgeous is that tree? And we have the goods. I'll show you what we bought when we get back. But yes, oh, there was just so many unbelievable things in there. Mum and I could have just spent so much money, but this is almost our first sort of stop on our holiday, so we've got a lot of Christmassy things to go, so we didn't want to spend all of our money in one go, but we did pick up a few really just special pieces. But yeah, so we're just gonna have a drink and then we will head back out and do some more shopping. The Christmas tree is all lit up. Oh, I can smell like waffles or something. Waffles, yeah. I can smell the waffles. Everything's so pretty all lit up. So basically just heading very slowly back to the meeting point, and on the way we shall poke our nose into the stores. Did you want to look in there? We're debating about this store here. This is sort of more of like a souvenir-y kind of store. Whoop. Look at all of the beautiful little side streets. You could spend a lot of time here just exploring all of the streets. Another kind of Christmas store. Did you want to go into that? Bakery. These are apparently a delicacy here. It's like a sweet. It's a little hard. It's like a snowball, and they're all different flavored. And you crack them open and eat them. A sneeball, apparently. More little chocolate box streets. Look at all the painted houses. All the different colours, the pinks, blue, white. And you will have all no doubt seen this image before of the entrance to the city, and that very cute little sort of tan coloured house. But so many gorgeous Christmas decorations. It's a very charming town, I will say. It's got a lot of atmosphere, very, very sweet, and just, you know, the historical aspects of it is just incredible. And so that is the incredible shop. Just such a magical little village atmosphere. I know it's a city, but it's such a village atmosphere to me. All the cobblestone streets, the painted houses, everything's sort of all a little bit like on the wonk. But it's, yeah, truly such a magical place. Highly, highly recommend going to Rothenburg if you're ever in this sort of Bavarian area of Germany. We've really lucked out with the weather today. It's been cloudy, but we haven't had any sort of snow or rain, which has just been incredible. It is cold, but not too bad. I mean, I don't even have... gloves or anything like that on. We've bought a few little bits and pieces. We've also bought a watercolour painting, which is beautiful. I'm very excited to get that up on the wall when we get home. But I will show you when we get back to the Marriott what we bought today. But look at that. It's just so amazing. I love these sort of villages. The painted houses, all the houses are just that little bit sort of wonky and just incredible. Such an amazing day. So happy that we chose to come out and do this. Look Look at this house. Look how wonky it is. Oh, it's so funny. I love that. It adds so much character. So you can see it is 4:45 on the clock there. It's starting to get dark. And it is starting to get cold, and everything's sort of closing here now, so it all worked out very well with the timing. And this village, I keep calling it a village, it's actually a city. This little city, it's like a like you can see here, it's sort of like a cobblestone, but it's not pedestrian only. As you can see, there's so many cars coming through and just having to fight through with all the pedestrians. It's wild. Ooh. Chocolate mum.
Yeah, gingerbread houses. I mean, actual gingerbread houses. Look at the gingerbread reindeer.
Aww. And the little chocolate Santas.
I can't understand what that says. Something. That's so cute, though.
Yeah, very cute. And that's an actual cafe in there, so you can sit.
Yeah, well, we can't sit now.
No, no.
Cappuccinos, €3.
Oh, look at this little fluff. Look at him. And then over there. No, you don't want to look in there? No? Okay. We shall continue on. I think the full name is Rottenburg on de Tauber, because it is on the Tauber River. We have had an absolutely delightful day. Such an incredible day trip out of Munich. It's a few hours drive back now, so I think we'll end up back at the hotel around 7 o'clock tonight, just in time to get in our jammies and get all comfy and warm. And then tomorrow we have another bigger day with another incredible adventure, which I will bring you along for. And just to show you, Rothenburg is actually a walled city. So we have just come out here, but it is completely walled all the way around. Good morning. We are just off into Karlsplatz. We're just going to grab a taxi, and we're heading off today to see the royal castles. It is currently raining, so hopefully that clears shortly. We're just going to hop on one of these cabs now and head off.
To the monastery that surrounds it. So this green building with the red roof, this is a monastery, the Etal Monastery, and it's particularly special because inside this monastery there is a brewery and distillery, typical Bavarian fashion. And the monks here, they make a special type of liqueur called Klosterlikör, and Kloster is the German word for monastery. So it's literally monastery liquor that they make, and it's made using 26 different herbs that are found here in the mountain region, Stein Castle. So he is one of, I would say, one of the more popular ones, one of the more popular kings. He was born on August 25th, 1845, and he is the grandson to Ludwig I. Ludwig I is the Oktoberfest king, and his grandson Ludwig II is our castle king today. And when I say Ludwig, I will just be referring to Ludwig II. Ludwig is the German form of the name Louis. So if you hear Louis in other places, sometimes they're still referring to Ludwig, but Louis the English word version, but we're in Germany, so I'll stick to Ludwig. So he was born August 25th, 1845. He was the crown prince, born to Maximilian II and Marie. They were the king and queen at that time. And he had a bit of a strange upbringing. His parents were very strict about education, so Ludwig had quite a few tutors, and he was very well educated, very smart, but he was also quite spoiled, and whatever he wanted he got. So at the age of 15 he heard his first opera by the composer Richard Wagner, and after he heard this opera, he was so in love with Wagner operas that he wanted to study the operas closer. So he did. His parents got him a tutor, and he studied the Wagner operas much closer. And by the age of 18, Ludwig became the king of Bavaria at the age of 18, very young. His father, Maximilian, he had gotten sick. There was an illness in his blood, and he had died from it, passed away from it, and so Ludwig was the next in line to become king. And even though he didn't feel like he was ready to be king, he was very smart, very well loved by the people of Bavaria, very tall, very handsome, and so it was just very natural that he became the king at the age of 18. And one of his first decrees as king was he summoned the composer Richard Wagner to meet with him. He wanted to meet one of his idols. And through this meeting, they actually became very good friends. And you might not have heard the name Wagner before, but I'm almost certain you do know some of his music. He wrote Ride of the Valkyrie, which is very popular. He also wrote the melody Here Comes the Bride. Here comes the bride, all dressed in white. That is a Wagner melody. And so they were quite good friends, and as you can tell, Ludwig was very passionate about opera, and he was quite a bit different from his father in that sense, because he was much more of a creative soul, Ludwig was. He really loved opera, architecture, theater, art. He was much more of a creative person and liked the creative arts, whereas Ludwig's father was more into hunting and battle strategy and more of this regimented stuff. He had different interests, and so Ludwig was quite a bit different from his father. He was also different personality-wise because Ludwig was an extreme introvert. He really did not like being around large crowds. He didn't mind having one-on-one conversations with people, but he really despised large crowds, which is a bit of a problem as a king, because you are expected to show up at events. But Ludwig, especially in his later years, really disliked the crowds, to the point where he would sleep during the day and be awake at night so that he wouldn't have to interact with people. Quite an extreme introvert. And Ludwig, he built a total of 3 castles. There's Linderhof Palace, which we're going to see shortly, Neuschwanstein Castle, which we will see this afternoon, and then the third one is Herrenchiemsee. Of the 3 that he built, only Linderhof is finished. So the other 2 castles remain unfinished. Linderhof was completed, and it was his favorite. He lived here almost exclusively for the last 8 years of his life at Linderhof. And when he was building it, he often went to France to visit the Palace of Versailles. He drew a lot of inspiration from the Palace of Versailles. He really loved that palace. He really loved the French monarchy as well. So inside he does some fun stuff with mirrors because he was inspired by the Great Hall of Mirrors. and you'll see lots of portraits of the French monarchy inside the palace itself. And one of the first statues you see is actually King Louis XIV riding on a horse. The King Louis XIV of France, also known as the Sun King, and Ludwig kind of thought of himself as the counterpart to King Louis XIV of France, so he thought of himself as the Moon King. They had the Sun King in France and the Moon King here in Bavaria, which was our Ludwig II.
We've just gotten off the bus and we're just heading to Linderhof Castle. It is about 3 degrees Celsius, but it's not like bitterly cold, which is nice. But how cute are these houses? Little chalet style. So we've just got our tickets to do the Schloss Linderhof tour, castle tour. We're just going to head there now to meet the tour guide. I'm not sure how much I can film inside. I shall see. If I can't film, unfortunately I won't be able to share that with you, but I will film sort of the outside. The surrounding area is just stunning. So beautiful here. Yes, so we'll just make our way up to the castle, the Schloss. Mum and I are just absolutely admiring this walk. I mean, the drive here was spectacular. Those snow-capped mountains. Like, look at that mountain there with all the snow on it. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So we've never been to the Linderhof before. We have been to how are we pronouncing it? Neuschwanstein Castle. We have been to Neuschwanstein Castle before, probably about 15 years ago. So I'm very, very excited to see it again and just see what kind of changes and things there were, because it was a long time ago that we were there. But so far, so unbelievably happy with this tour. Been an early start this morning and that little bit of rain in Munich, but that's really sort of died off here and it is not raining at all currently. We've got some beautiful snow on the ground, gorgeous mountains in the backdrop. So we've just come from over here and we've walked up and we've sort of come to the main castle area here. You can see it's got extensive grounds and you can see, yeah, this is the side profile of the Linderhof here. So obviously, as it's winter, the pond at the front here isn't currently operational, but it is beautiful here. So we have just finished the castle tour. It was absolutely stunning. If you were ever in Munich, I would highly recommend going out to visit the Linderhof. It was just opulent. It was very much inspired by the Palace of Versailles. So if you've been to Versailles in France, there's a lot of inspiration at the Linderhof from that. Just every surface was painted. They had these just incredible paintings on the ceilings and on the walls. The tapestries were amazing. Everything was just encrusted with gold, and it was very much I don't know if it's like a Baroque sort of style, but it was, yeah, absolutely stunning. We're just going to walk back now towards the gift shop and I'll show you a little bit on like the postcards and stuff what it looks like. But absolutely incredible, such a great experience. They were very strict about filming, so I did not want to get kicked out, so I didn't film in there. But like I said, I'll show you a little bit on the in the shop what the inside looked like. But it was, yeah, incredible. Ooh, icy. It was absolutely incredible in there, and just, yeah, so over the top. But obviously that was, you know, the style back then, and they were just sort of saying that Ludwig lived at the Linderhof the most out of all the palaces, and he actually died quite young, sort of in his early 40s, under very mysterious circumstances. He was declared mad by his parliament, or his sort of government, ministers is the word. Mum's just reminded me. So his ministers actually declared him mad and got his sort of power revoked, and by a doctor who didn't even really do any sort of testing or anything like that, but just declared him mad. And then he was seized at Neuschwanstein Castle, which is where we're going to next. And sort of taken to a much smaller castle, and then a few weeks in, himself and that doctor were found dead actually by a lake. So it's very mysterious, but yeah, very just, yeah, a great experience. Definitely worth a visit if you're ever in this sort of area of the world. Truly magical, and just a shame I couldn't film, so I couldn't share that with you, but I will show you when we get to the little store there some images in some of the brochures and that, just so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about in terms of the style. So that is what the Linderhof looks like in the summertime. And like, just to show, that is Ludwig's bedrooms. You can see how opulent that is. That chandelier is insane. Really incredible, and that is exactly what it looks like, 100%. And that is where we are heading next. So excited. But yes, very, very opulent castle.
So coming up here on our right hand side, after these trees, you can start to see some goats on the side of this house here. We've got some goats. We've also got the Münchner Kindle at the top, the symbol of Munich. It's a little monk child. We've got some religious figures here on this side. And then our first fairy tale here. This is the story of Hansel and Gretel. And you can see the children pushing the witch into the fireplace. And we've got some more just window decorations as well, and some fairy tale characters here on our right hand side, as long as with the Münchner Kindle once again, dwarves, Puss in Boots at the very end with very long legs. And coming up on our left hand side, we have another fairy tale. Yes, it has to do with a little girl and her grandmother and a big bad wolf. I did hear it already. Little Red Riding Hood. Rich families could do at first. So if you had any bit of money, you would get this Lüftelmalerei done on the outside of the houses. Because it was a way to show your power, or show that you were wealthy, or that you were well off as a family. So a lot of these houses, the moment you had any spare money, you would get Lüftelmalerei. Now it's just a beautiful quirk of the town to have this Lüftelmalerei, so that's why you'll see a little bit more of it just scattered throughout the town.
So we have just arrived in Hohenschwangau, and this castle here, this yellow one here, is Schloss Hohenschwangau, and that was Ludwig's parents' castle. And then Ludwig built Neuschwanstein Castle, which is that one over there, which is the castle they say inspired the Disney castle. So that is the one that we're going to be touring later today. But we've just got time now to have a little look around Hohenschwangau and have some lunch and things like that. It's a very gorgeous little town, very charming, very quaint, with the really nice little sort of chalet sort of style houses, hotels. You can get a horse-drawn carriage ride up to the castle because it's actually a 40-minute walk up there. We are going to get the bus up. There's a little bus that takes you around to a viewing platform, so we're going to do that to go up, but you can get the horse-drawn carriage. How gorgeous is this greenhouse? It's so well maintained. Very nice. Got restaurants, and this one's sort of got the painted sort of stories on the outside there, similar to what we saw in Oberammergau. We have managed to jag a table here. It's absolutely packed. Mum is very excited. She wants an apple strudel. But we've got a little bit of time before we need to head up to the castle. So we're just going to order here and enjoy. So that is the bridge that you take that photo on that I just got of Neuschwanstein Castle. It's basically over, like, I don't know if you can see that. It is ridiculously high, and those floorboards are so wobbly. Oh my goodness, my tummy was just dropped out basically. Goodness me, very, very high and very, very wobbly. But an absolutely gorgeous and stunning shot. Gosh, amazing. That is the bridge there. So you can read a little bit there. Crazy, absolutely crazy. We're just heading towards the castle now. Look at this insane view. The rain is sort of cleared for us, which is just magical. But look at it. Look at the lake. I know. Wow.
Perfect? Yeah. Good.
Neuschwanstein Castle. She's beautiful. Wow. Oh, I'm so excited for this castle. I think it's built by the same Ludwig II, and it's got sort of the same very sort of whimsical, opulent, extravagant vibe as the Wunderhof castle did. Similar to that, I don't think I'm going to be able to film in the castle, so I will show you as much as I can of the outside, and then I can sort of show you a little bit of the inside, or like one of the brochures or something like that, just so you can kind of see. But I think it's going to have quite the similar kind of feel to the Linderhof, with all the gold and just the opulence and the velvets and the we're sort of just walking around underneath the base of the castle to get to the front. Look at it. Ah. It's so amazing. I'm so excited. So this is the layout. So when I was up on the bridge, I sort of was taking a picture sort of from this angle here. The bridge is over this sort of way. And we are basically, that's the exit there. We are here now. We're just going to walk around to the front entrance there. But it's quite a big castle. And this here is the front entrance to the castle. It is massive in comparison to the Linderhof, which was actually quite small. This is huge. No wonder Ludwig II went bankrupt building it. My goodness. The front entry. People for scale. It is a very, very big castle. So just while we're waiting, I thought I would show you. So that is the entryway. So that is where we are standing now, just on this little bridge here in front of the door. And then that's the facade, the entry facade that I just showed you. And then that is the rest of the castle. Such a magical castle. And as I said, inside is just, it's like Walt Disney has just let himself go in there. Ludwig was very creative, very much an introvert. And so he's just really gone sort of wild in there with all the opulence, the extravagance, and just really creative spaces, music rooms, as I said, like the grotto, all of that. It's just, yeah. And we've just sort of come into the inner sort of section of the castle. Sort of, I guess, the courtyard area. Oh gosh, the sun is just out. And you can sort of see all the incredible towers. So that bridge there that you can see here, that is the bridge that I was standing on before to get the shot of Neuschwanstein Castle. With all those people on it. It is very high. Just panning around here. Views up here are stunning. Look at that. Look at the snow-capped mountains with the yellowing trees, a little bit of snow, the lake, Hohenschwangau Castle. Magical. So Hohenschwangau Castle, just there, was Ludwig's mum and dad's castle. Ludwig I's castle. I have been in that castle in the past, about 15 years ago. His dad definitely didn't have the same sort of style as Ludwig. That is an insane view. Last little looks at Neuschwanstein Castle. It was incredible. Highly recommend that you go and visit that if you're ever in this area. It is, so Ludwig sort of styled it as a medieval style castle, but there was a lot of Gothic architecture like woodwork and things within the castle. It was, as I said earlier, very opulent. No expense was spared, lots of just gold, and the paintings, and the ceilings and the walls were just incredible. So beautiful how they had done it all. And so we are just heading down this long walkway that will take us probably a good half an hour to walk down. It is all downhill. I will say, if you have mobility issues, this is not the castle for you to visit. Not only are we walking 20 minutes downhill, but there was sort of around 300, I think maybe over 300 stairs going up and then 300 stairs coming back down. So if you are somebody who does not like stairs and doesn't do well with stairs or going uphill or downhill, unfortunately this castle visit may not be the one for you. The Linderhof, which is the smaller castle we saw this morning, that didn't really have a lot. There was a few stairs, but just going up to the first level, but it certainly wasn't anything like this one. So that might be something to consider if you're ever thinking of visiting here. But it was Yes, Mum. What were your thoughts of the castle?
Lovely. Extravagant, but lovely.
And in terms of the stairs?
Not too an asthmatic whatsoever.
Mum has asthma, and because it's so cold here at the moment, the cold really affects her asthma, and then having to walk up all of those stairs was a bit of a... Well, we did get the bus up. There was the bus option, which was €3.50. We did get the bus up, and then I sort of stood on that, where the bus drops you off, you're able to go onto that bridge, which I showed you. So, yes, it has been a truly incredible day today. We have had an amazing time. We've seen two just stunning castles. It has definitely been all about Ludwig II today. We have learnt a lot about his life and his death and all the stuff in between. But yes, we're just going to head back now, get back on the bus, and then we'll head back to Munich and back to the room. I am conscious that I still have not shown you what we bought yesterday in Rothenburg. So I will try and show you what we got in Rothenburg as well as what we've got today in Hohenschwangau. Little fairy tale village to go with the fairy tale castle. We've just gotten off the bus and we're heading back to the hotel. But Karlsplatz, they've turned into an ice skating rink. Look at them with the little bears, the people who are learning to skate. That would definitely be me. Oh, it's so festive. They've got like a little wooden chalet there when you can rent your skates. Oh, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So this is just the front side of the ice skating rink where you can get your skates. There's all food here, there's Glühwein. Very festive indeed here in the Karlsplatz in Munich, Germany. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning today, and we got back super late last night and just basically wanted to have our showers and get all cozy. So I didn't show you the things that we had bought the last couple of days. So I thought I would do that with you now quickly. So when we were in Rothenburg, we bought this really beautiful watercolor print. You can see it says there, Rothenburg on the Taube. I just thought this was just like the detail, the colors are really vibrant. It's in a clear sleeve at the moment. And it's got all of the, like this here is like all the walls, bridges around the town. These really, you would have seen when we were in Rothenburg, the houses there with like the wooden, I'm not sure what that's even called, with the wooden stylings on the front and those beautiful pointed roofs. And I think that this is really lovely. I am looking for sort of artwork and things on the wall at home, as you would all be aware, and something like this. And I think I would frame it with like a really beautiful wooden frame, even with like a little sort of gold inlay on the inside here. And I think that that would be really just beautiful, a really nice memento from our trip out to Rothenburg. But yeah, very, very happy with that purchase. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this. I will butcher it if I attempt it. That you would have seen from, sorry, I'm just getting more comfortable. You would have seen from the footage that store was insane. So much beautiful Christmas stuff. And it sort of, how they'd laid out the store was really beautiful. They sort of had it in sort of sections, like it was color coded and then by kind of type. So like all the red glass baubles were together. All of the wooden ornaments were sort of together, and then within the wooden ornaments they then went to type. So there were sort of wooden ornaments that were garden focused and then car focused and kid focused. And anyway, it was a really well organized store. It was packed, absolutely packed there. It is definitely a draw card, I think, in Rothenburg. And you will know from my Christmas decorating videos, the Christmas ornaments that I get to hang on the tree really holds a lot of memories for me. So we did purchase a few little baubles. So I did end up getting this one. I just thought this was beautiful. And it would just go really well on our tree. It would go well on any sort of tree, I think, with the clear sort of crystals. It will just go with any color scheme, any sort of ornament scheme. But I thought that that kind of chandelier effect was, yeah, incredible. I don't really have anything like it on the tree, and it will be a great memory associated with this ornament. And then you will know from my Christmas decorating videos, I actually already have this ornament on the tree. But I love it so much. I love the detail of it, the craftsmanship of it. So I have actually bought 2 of these to gift to my sisters for when we get home, so they can pop them on their tree. But so that is that one there. The little, I just think the cuckoo clock, you would have seen in a lot of places, they sell throughout Germany those wooden cuckoo clocks. It is very sort of symbolic, I think, and something that, you know, years ago the Germans would have crafted. And so this sort of cuckoo clock design in this ornament, I just think is a really great memento from Germany, and also just a stunning Christmas ornament. So I bought 2 of those to gift. And then the last little one that I bought was this one here. So I bought this for the tree in my bedroom. You'll know at the base of my tree, I actually have a ceramic rocking horse at the base of the tree that's quite a similar sort of style to this. So I thought that this was just very sweet, beautiful sort of styling there with all the little details. I liked the enamel, the green and red enamel finishes on it. And just a really pretty, sweet little decoration to go onto the tree in my room. So I also bought that one there. But that is all we bought in Rothenburg. We were tempted by so many things. It was, yeah, a lot of the glass baubles. As I said, we're at the very beginning of our trip, and trying to get glass baubles home is definitely a mission, you know, making sure you don't break them, making sure they don't break on the plane. So we have tried to be quite sensible with the things that we're buying, in the hope that they all make it home safely. So that is what we bought in Rothenburg. Had a little poke around the town, and then we purchased from Hohenschwangau. So it's in a similar vein to what I got in Rothenburg. We purchased these really beautiful watercolor prints. So I will show you. We bought 3. So this one here is the Linderhof. So this is the first castle that we went to. As I mentioned, when we went yesterday, it was in winter. So the statues were covered, and obviously like the ponds and that were all covered because they've been getting snow, and just to protect all of the statue work, they do cover it during the winter. But the castle itself was absolutely stunning. You would have seen in the footage that I shot, like the entry doors there, the wrought iron, the gold. Truly just spectacular castle. The surrounding areas, the forest, all of that. It was a really beautiful drive going there. So we got this print here of the Linderhof. And again, really beautiful. I think the 3 of them. We sort of got 3 prints. I think that that'll be really nice. I'm not sure what wall I'll pop it on yet, but I'm going to frame them possibly in like a black or a wooden frame. And I think if I do them like as a set of pictures, like the 3 castles that we saw, I think that'll be really beautiful. So the Linderhof castle print. And then we also bought Neuschwanstein castle and Hohenschwangau castle. So after we sort of stopped and had the lunch in Hohenschwangau, we went up to the castle for our tour. You would have seen when we were sort of standing outside waiting, we were basically standing just here in front of this beautiful facade here of the entryway. And then I filmed a little bit. When we went inside, there was that courtyard. I did film a little bit in there so you could see. It is a fairy tale castle, Neuschwanstein castle. I'm just at loss for words. It is truly spectacular. Such a fairy tale. You can really see why Walt Disney was inspired so much when he was there for the Cinderella castle and the Sleeping Beauty castle. It's just... it's spectacular. It's just magical, an absolute fairy tale. The castle itself is just on another level, but the surrounding area of it, that forest area that you would have seen, that's just really magical as well. Even like at this time of year in the winter time, there were pockets of snow. Some of the trees were still colored, you would have seen. It was just, I think at any time of the year, Neuschwanstein Castle would be an incredible experience. Again, unfortunately, I was unable to film inside the castle itself. They were even more strict there than in the Linderhof. We had a tour guide, but we also had a security guard that followed our sort of castle tour group around to make sure that there was no filming. And then the other one that we got was the Hohenschwangau castle, which was built by Ludwig I, which was Ludwig II's father. So you would have seen in the hopefully kind of came across on camera. So Hohenschwangau castle is sort of on one hill mountain, and then Neuschwanstein castle is on the other one. So you can sort of see the castles from, you know, the windows of the other castle. They could have leant out and waved to each other basically. But we didn't have time to go into Hohenschwangau Castle yesterday. But you could really see it from the town. It's a beautiful castle, or a palace, whatever you'd like to call it. And so when I came about 15 years ago, I did go into Hohenschwangau. It's a stunning castle to see, and if you're ever in Hohenschwangau, it's a great castle. It's just not the same kind of Ludwig obviously had a very creative side. He had a lot of imagination. So it's how do I say, it's beautiful inside Hohenschwangau, but it's not the same kind of fairy tale magical sort of castle that he built in Neuschwanstein Castle. So just very different designs, I suppose, within the two. But yeah, so they were the 3 prints that I purchased yesterday to kind of mark the 3 castles that we saw. And I think that they'll make a really sort of nice cluster of mementos on the wall at home. So that is what we have purchased so far. I suspect this video is actually getting quite long, so I am going to end this vlog here. I'm going to pretty much pick up the camera again straight after this, and I will continue filming our trip. This afternoon we're heading off to the Christmas markets. We're going to be visiting one of the royal palaces in Munich over the next couple of days, and then we're going to be heading into Austria. So I will film all of that in sort of the next episode. But for this vlog, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me. We are having an incredible time here, an incredible experience, and I really hope that you are enjoying coming along with us and that you feel like you're part of the trip by this point. So thank you again for spending the time with us. There's going to be, no doubt, a lot more holiday videos to come. As I said, after we've spent a couple more days in Munich, we're going to be heading into Austria. We'll be going to Salzburg, Innsbruck, and then we'll be heading down through to the Black Forest and then into Switzerland. So there is a lot more content to come, a lot more really fun, exciting adventures. So I would love it if you subscribed and followed along. But that's going to be all from me, so I'm going to bid you farewell. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video, which may actually be only in the next couple of days. I'm going to continue doing sort of the multiple videos a week throughout December. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.